Hey, and welcome back to the channel. I am so excited because today we are going to be talking about all the important deadlines that you need to know as a small business owner when it comes to filing taxes throughout the year. So let's dive right on in and get those things on your calendar so you're ready to go. Hi, I'm Heather, a wedding and senior photographer based in Pennsylvania, and on this channel, I love to help other photographers understand and manage their taxes as a small business owner, streamline their systems so that they can spend more time with family and friends, and I love to give a little sneak peek into my life here and there. Now, today's episode is a pretty big one because we are going to be going over all of those important deadlines that you need to know as a small business owner when it comes to your taxes. So we're going to go over things like your annual taxes, your sales tax, and those 1099s that you have to send in, and even estimated taxes. So let's dive right in and let's jump right into the easiest one and probably the most common one that people know about, and that is when your annual taxes are due. And that wonderful magical date is April 15th. That is the latest that you can submit and file those taxes, but you can do it ahead of time. You do not have to wait until that date. You can actually file them anytime between January 29th and April 15th. So sometime in there, right on your calendar. Oftentimes I like to do the end of February or the beginning of March, just so that it doesn't get crazy and stressful with everyone else trying to file them. But somewhere, make sure you write in your calendar, okay, I need to organize my tax stuff and send it off to my accountant so that they can file the taxes before April 15th. All right, the next one we are going to go over is sales tax. And sales tax is something you have to pay for, but it is different for every single state in the terms of how much you need to charge your clients, which then means how much you need to pay. But for everyone, you need to pay it either quarterly or monthly, depending on what your income is. Once you know that, you need to pay it at least by the 20th of the following month. So mine currently is monthly, and so for January of 2024, I need to pay my sales tax for that month no later than February 20th of 2024. If it was quarterly, then for January, February, and March, you would need to pay them by April 20th. So just make sure that you know if you either are paying monthly or quarterly, and then make sure you're getting that submitted no later than the 20th of the following month. I always like to do it the first week of the following month just so that I know it's done and taken care of. But as long as it's due and sent in by the 20th, then you are good to go. All right, the next one we are going to cover is 1099s. And those are those forms that you need to send out to any independent contractors that get paid more than $600 from your business. So the deadline for that is January 31st, but make sure that you are starting this process earlier, probably the end of January or the middle of January at the latest, because you need to send those independent contractors a W-9 form for them to fill out so that you can get information from them to then submit a 1099 on behalf of them. So make sure you are starting this early January, sending out those W-9s to those independent contractors. They will send that back, and then you can send that information over to your accountant to file those 1099s correctly for you before the deadline of January 31st. All right, the next one we are going to discuss, if you do this, is your estimated taxes and when those are due. So estimated taxes are paid quarterly, and the due dates for those are Q1 is due on April 15th. June 17th is Q2 due date. September 16th is Q3, and then Q4 is due the following year. So if this is 2024, then January 16th of 2025 is when Q4 is due. So just that next month after the year is done. So those are your 4 due dates for your estimated taxes for when they are due. And then lastly, if you want to do any contributions to an IRA or an HSA, you need to make all contributions for a year by April 15th of the following year. So you can actually contribute to those 2 accounts after the year is done, but you need to have it done before April 15th. So for example, 2023 just finished up and you forgot to contribute to your IRA account before December 31st, you can still do it as long as it's done before April 15th of 2024. So you have a couple extra months after the calendar year is done to make any of those contributions if you want it to go towards that previous year. You could just contribute it to the current year if you would like to, but they give you the option to put it towards the previous year once all your numbers are kind of figured out and you can see your income and expenses for that year and where everything falls. If you need to contribute to help yourself out with deductions, you can do that after the calendar year is finished. All right, that was a lot of deadlines. So just a quick recap. Annual is due by April 15th. Sales tax is due by the 20th of the following month. 1099s need to be submitted and filed by January 31st. Estimated taxes are April 15th, June 17th, September 16th, and January 16th. Those are those 4 quarterly estimated taxes. And then lastly, if you're making any contributions to IRA or HSA, those need to be submitted by January 15th. I hope that was helpful. I recommend right now pulling out your calendar and writing in those into your calendar to make sure you don't miss any of those important dates, and maybe give yourself a little bit of buffer time to make sure you can get everything you need to correctly submitted and get that stuff filed before the deadline. So just get that onto your calendar so that you're not missing anything when life gets a little bit crazy in the future months. All right, guys, I hope you found this helpful. If you have any further questions about any of these deadlines or anything in general about taxes, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I would love to help answer them, and you may even see them on an upcoming YouTube video if it's something that I think is really important for everyone to know. But I can't thank you enough for being here and tuning in, and I cannot wait to see you on the next one. See ya!